Good morning, YouTube. What is going on? We are back with another one. Getting the trailer all hooked up, pre-tripped out, and all, and already loaded. I loaded this load Friday. It's a load of seed. It's a 3-drop going up to Wisconsin. It's currently about 5 a.m. This is technically my first load running under my authority. Now, with that being said, this load is technically not under my business, but this is the first load of me running my authority up and down the road. Because as you can see, we got our numbers. My LLC portion of that will be put on there. It's just the communication between me and the guy that does this stuff. He forgot to print out the LLC, so he's printing that out for me. And I'll be putting the LLC after my JLR3 transport. But other than that, my numbers are back there. And there's no longer anything on the step besides my IFTA sticker. So, we're official now. And then my number, I kept it up there still. So yeah, we're officially running all of my stuff up and down the road. My ELD, my business name under it, my numbers, everything. So, still crazy and weird to me, because I never thought I'd get here this quick. But, you know, life is the way it is. So, it's a big accomplishment, that's for sure. Very, very, very big accomplishment. But we're all hooked up, all pre-tripped out. I gotta get my ELD ready to go. We gonna get out of here. I don't know how I'm gonna record this, because as you know, well, at least most of the older people know that have been here for a while, watching my videos, when I do seed, I gotta constantly keep moving to meet my times. I don't have time to really set up cameras like I do when I'm running OTR type stuff. So I'm gonna record as much as I can, probably a couple loads in the trailer, unloading the trailer. But we'll see how today goes. But let's get to it. Alright, Joel, well, let's talk some numbers. Since I told you guys I keep you guys posted and updated with numbers and how much I'm bringing in every week and or every day, depending on if I decide to film daily or whatnot. But I'll probably do an end of the week recap every week, or at least I'll try to. But the load today that we're doing, which is a 3-drop going up to Wisconsin. Now remember, when I do seed, I get paid loaded miles and empty miles. So, it's the same pay, loaded and empty, but I get paid both ways. I get paid to go out, deliver it all, and I get paid to come back. So the total miles is like 790 something miles. This load's paying $19.88.85. That's with the fuel surcharge and everything added in, which is actually paying more than that. But since I haven't got accepted yet to haul seed under my company, because my application is still being reviewed, I'm getting these loads from TDR, so I'm paying TDR 8% of this load. So this load is actually paying $21.61.80, but for me it's paying $19.88.85, which comes up to $2.50 a mile even. So not too bad if you ask me, especially versus everything else that's going on out here. Like I said, that mile number will go up once my application gets accepted from Corteva RXO to be able to haul seed under my own company rather than, you know, pulling it from TDR. But that's what we're doing right now. Like I said, anything that I'll pull from TDR, I'll be paying them 8%. But more than likely, if I'm running loads like off the load board or anything like that, from here on out, it'll be under my company, not from TDR. The only thing I'm going to be pulling for TDR right about now is just the seed stuff. While the busy, because the season's about to kick in really busy, and it's probably going to be a couple weeks before I get my my application back accepted or whatever, what have you. So while when the season kicks in, I'll be running under TDR, or running TDR's loads and just paying 8% back to TDR for a while until it kicks in to where I can do it under my own business. Then I'll be making full profit of the loads. So that's what we're making today. We're pretty much probably gonna be running seed all this week. I don't know I don't know when the season really is gonna kick in. Could be the end of this month, beginning of next month is normally when it kicks in every year. So I could be running seed from here on out until the season slows down. But we shall see. But we'll be running seed for most of this week. So far, pretty much all the week. We got an overnight tomorrow. I believe tomorrow we got an overnight. So yeah, we shall see how the day goes. But those are my numbers for today. Stop one is done. It was only 2 boxes, so it was pretty easy. I didn't even have to get in the trailer for that one. We're on to our next stop. 37 minutes, 39 miles, which is the place that I just went to. It's their second location that I'm going to now, which is most of the trailer. So, which we're still running just about an hour early, which is about perfect. So see how the next one goes. Just like that, we're done. My 3 drop turned into a 2 drop because the last guy, he only had 1 pallet on the truck, and the place that I just dropped at, which is Seed Consultants, they got multiple locations. Like the first location that I delivered at was one of their locations, and he normally houses all his seed there. So the guy tried to call him, he didn't pick up. He's like, just take the pallet. And it's only just 1 pallet, so it's not like a full load. And he just signed for him, and he was like, the guy can either come pick him up or I'll just deliver it to him. So, because the guy was only like 10 minutes down the road or something like that. And apparently to get in his place, you got to back off the street and some other stuff. So he was just like, yeah, just take it. I'll let him know that it's here. I'll sign for his paperwork and everything, and I'll get it over to him. So, you know, it always helps when people do that type of stuff when it needs to be done or something like that, which happens often. More than not, a lot of guys store seed at other people's places and stuff like that when they get full or don't have the space for it yet, or what have you. So from here we go home, which is 5 hours home, but we got to stop and do a 30 within, like, I think I got probably an hour and a half on my ELD, so we got to stop and do a 30 because I got to run my ELD as perfectly as I can for my first audit from the FMCSA that I will get audited for eventually. I just don't know when, so I'm trying to keep everything looking as perfect as it possibly can. So we're going to stop and do a 30 in about an hour, and when we stop and get that 30, we're probably going to stop and top off the fuel at the same time and get some food and relax and chill, and then take off and go on home. Hopefully we should be home somewhere around 5:30, somewhere around there. So not too bad. Pretty easy day. All right, all filled up. We got 10 seconds, well, less than 10 seconds for our 30 to be over. But if you guys ever come to a Quick Trip and you like barbecue ribs, patties type sandwiches, these are really good. I normally get them every single time I come here, but we're about to get ready to get out of here and roll on home. Ain't nothing like a good old traffic jam, huh? Of course, it's on the exit that I gotta get off on. Get back on 39. Well, I guess more or less to stay on 39, not to get back on 39. So, just running on slow. I guess this guy needs to get in because he's not paying attention to where he needs to go. Guess I'll be nice today. You're welcome. Lacey was nice enough to give me the flashers.
Use the right lane to keep right onto I-39 South toward Bloomington.
Lacey was nice enough to give me the flashers, so I'm nice sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Seems like there's always something going on right here on this spot on 39. It's never, like, I rarely ever go through this spot on 39 south and I'm just able to go all the way straight through.
Keep right.
It seems, at least. I don't know. It's always something either going on down here or right on the ramp. And most of the time it's this merge that's up here because cars get impatient.
For 112 miles, continue straight.
I don't even need this anymore. I don't even know why I'm running it. Anyways, cars get impatient where the solid line is to keep traffic flow going, and cars would jump over because there's, you know, people merging on to 39 south and then us continuing on to 39 south, and there's a solid line that keeps people in line until you get down ways and then you can split over. Or cars get impatient and jump over here or jump over there to get around a semi truck, and it causes this most of the time. But either that or there's some type of construction going on, one of the two. But who really knows until we get down there. But I believe they were doing some type of construction over here the last time I came through here, which I'll pretty much be going through here all week. Well, as far as I know. So I guess this is just something I'm gonna have to deal with most of this week. But I did start to get a little tired, so I got a little pick-me-up that I had in the fridge from last week. So I didn't have to stop and get anything. Well, I didn't have to get it when I was in the truck stop in the Quick Trip. I just got a whole bunch of Powerades and stuff to put in the fridge back there. But at some point I'm gonna have to stop and switch my ELD over to PC once I get close enough to home, because I'm not gonna have enough time to make it straight back to the shop while running drive time. But I'll be close enough to where it really don't matter on the logs. But most of the time I don't really care. It's just I'm more worried about and a little bit more cautious about what's going on with my ELD when it comes to knowing that I'm gonna get audited by the FMCSA sooner than later. So I want to try to keep everything clean cut and, you know, clean cut and dry to where they don't really have to look into anything. You know, I got everything pretty much set up for anything they want to see. But I normally run my ELD a little tad bit different most of the time, but you know, trying something out a little different, you know, see how it is running by the book is going to be until I get audited. And who knows if I keep running this way or I kind of run my way that looks correct on the ELD, unless you look really into it, you know. But who knows? But we got, like, we're in the Rockford area now, so we got like another hour and a half or so to get home, and we got a total of an hour and 17 minutes till I'm out of time. So I'm gonna have to stop a few exits before I get to the shop to turn it over to PC, just to cruise on down to the shop. So that is the plan. But other than that, we're gonna keep on rolling. Alright, y'all. We are exiting off the highway to go to the shop. I feel like it took forever to get back. It felt like it took longer than it normally does. I guess more or less I should say. But after a while, it really didn't seem too bad, because I've been listening to my lawyers for some lawsuit stuff that happened in my past military career that I'm currently going through. But that's besides the point of any information that I need to give out. But yeah, so we're back now. Well, almost back. Got a couple more minutes. Then we got to do it all over again tomorrow. We go, I believe, we go right back up to Wisconsin tomorrow. But I pick up tomorrow morning instead of preloading it today, because I'm technically scheduled to be back at like 7 o'clock tonight, but it's 5:30 and we're pretty much almost back, so which I gotta close this load out so I can get paid for it online. But yeah, pretty smooth ride back besides that traffic jam, so I'm not really complaining too much. It's still surreal to be driving this truck. Not only just to have this truck and have this truck under my business name and be my truck, but to have my business name on the side of it, and it's the only name on the side of my truck. You know, it's my name, my business, my numbers. You know, it's unreal. It really is. You know, every single time I get to the shop, or, you know, finishing up at the shop and closing up the doors, and the truck's just either sitting outside in the sun, or, you know, I parked it inside and about to close up shop, you know, I just stand back and look, because this is what I dreamed of as a kid. You know, when I used to ride around with my dad all the time, literally every chance that I got, you know, I was the little kid sitting in the passenger seat, you know, waving at every single truck that we went by to honk, and, you know, all that other stuff, you know, and watching my dad do paperwork, you know, the old school way, you know, writing down paperwork, doing, you know, paper logs, all that stuff. You know, I was a kid sitting in the seat looking over there like, I can't wait to be there one day. And the crazy thing about all of this is my dad always told me he never wanted me to be a truck driver. You know, he wanted me to do something better with my life than be a truck driver, which is why I went into the military when I was in high school. So, which kind of led into me driving trucks in the military. So, you know, one thing led to another, and then next thing you know, bam, I'm in the truck, which I kind of figured he knew that was going to happen, just because I had the passion for it. I always had the passion for it. I love them. And, you know, a lot of people say they got diesel in their veins. You know, I'm one of those. You know, I love trucks. I don't care if it's a long nose truck, short nose truck, you know, plastic truck, aero truck. I don't care what it is. Like, as long as the driver that's driving it takes pride in what they have, I'm all with it. Like, I could really care less if I don't even like the styling of the truck. Like, as long as that person has pride in what they're driving, I'm all for it. You know, it's nothing about what they're driving. It's if that person takes pride in what they have. You know, it could be the most stockiest truck in the world with nothing done to it, but if that driver takes pride in that truck and keeps it clean like it's his own, even if it's not his own truck, I'm all for it. You know, that's just the way I've always been. I don't, you know, I don't do like some people do that, you know, drive large cars and look at other plastic trucks or aerodyne trucks and be like, oh, it's an aero truck, I don't like it because it's an aero truck. No, I'm not like that. I respect anything and everything that the person that owns it and or is driving it takes pride in it, because that's what matters. It doesn't matter what you drive. If you don't take pride in what you drive, it does not matter what you drive. You can drive the nicest thing in the world, but if you don't take pride in that, it's not going to look nice very long. So that's just the way I look at things. But we're almost to the shop now. This is where I'm going to end it. Like, subscribe, share, check out Instagrams, Snapchats, and everything else. If you want to communicate, all the Amazon links are in the bio for things that are in the truck and or done to the truck. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off again.